The Dallas Cowboys team is going through challenging times. But first and foremost, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Leighton Vander Esch, a player for the Dallas Cowboys, will be out for the remainder of the 2023 season due to a neck injury, casting doubt on the future of his career. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones stated in his weekly interview on 105.3 The Fan that Vander Esch will remain on the injured list for the rest of the season following the neck injury suffered in the Week 5 loss against the San Francisco 49ers. Jones acknowledged the accuracy of the reports, stating via the Dallas Morning News, "We were completely basing this on how he was progressing, but it's a very significant loss for us. He's a fundamental part of our defense. We only wish the best for him. The potential nature of this injury makes me think long-term and beyond what it means for next week or next month. It's all about what's best for him." In 5 games in 2023, Vander Esch logged 30 tackles and a fumble recovery for a touchdown. This setback adds to his history of neck injuries, including one in 2019 that resulted in a diagnosis of cervical spinal stenosis, a narrowing of the spinal column in the neck. He underwent surgery in early 2020 and has played in 45 games since then, despite renewing with the Cowboys on a 2-year contract this season. The possibility of another neck injury jeopardizing his career has always been in the air. Jones commented on the uncertain future, saying that there are many factors involved, but he truly needs to see how this continues to heal to decide if he wants to continue exposing himself to injuries. Meanwhile, Tony Pollard's performance could affect his future with the Cowboys beyond 2023. It's no secret that the Cowboys running back isn't having a good year. He's facing challenges as the primary runner, particularly highlighted last Sunday with lower numbers. But strangely, could Pollard's decreased production actually keep him in Dallas beyond 2023? As Ezekiel Elliott's backup in recent years, Pollard has been a potent weapon. This was enough to secure the franchise tag last spring, a 1-year deal for $10.1 million. However, Pollard's performance has significantly dropped, with an average per attempt of 3.9 yards and a per-game average of 58.8 yards. After scoring 12 total touchdowns in 2022, Pollard has only managed 2 so far this year. There are several factors that could contribute to this decline in performance. Pollard may not be fully recovered from the leg injuries suffered in the Cowboys' playoff loss less than 9 months ago. He might be struggling with the changes in the offensive scheme since Kellen Moore's departure as offensive coordinator, perhaps not being utilized effectively by Mike McCarthy and Brian Schottenheimer. These changes seem to affect the offensive line blocking, directly impacting the runners. And of course, the role change from backup to starter could also be a factor. All of this makes us wonder if Pollard's days are numbered with the Cowboys. He will be a free agent after this year and turns 27 in April, which is starting to be considered old in today's era of running backs. Dallas could move forward with other players like Rico Dowell, Duce Vaughn, or a new runner chosen in the 2024 draft or through a more affordable signing in free agency. However, given this tough season, could Tony Pollard become a more affordable option? If the Cowboys believe that Pollard's difficulties are mainly due to the injury, they might be interested in keeping him for another year or 2, especially if Dowell or some new player takes on more rushing loads, allowing Pollard to return to the change of pace role. We're not saying that Dallas should bring Pollard back in 2024, but if this year had been going well for him, the chances of that happening were quite slim. The Cowboys seem to be moving away from high contracts for running backs. They didn't intend to tag Pollard again and pay that substantial salary increase, nor would they offer him a multi-year deal. And while a 27-year-old running back might be considered older these days for some teams, someone probably would have offered Pollard a solid contract to help boost their offense. But unless there's a dramatic change over the second half of the season and playoffs, Pollard doesn't seem to be heading into the next season with much enthusiasm or leverage. Now, it's more likely that he would accept a modest contract to stay with the only team he's ever known. It could just be a 1-year deal, a chance for Pollard to prove he's fully recovered and improve his value before the 2025 season, while also giving Dallas flexibility in the end. Again, the Cowboys could easily move on after this season. They have many reasons to reduce the salary cap for running backs and allocate that money to other positions. But the irony here is that success would likely make Pollard's 2023 season in Dallas's last, while the current struggles could make it easier for him to return. And as for the rumors about the Cowboys' interest in Quinn, Deion, and Dan Campbell? The talk began when Stephen A. Smith, who knows virtually nothing about college football, suggested Deion Sanders as the next coach at Texas A&M. And now, a new speculation connects the Cowboys' defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn, to the position at Aggies. But where's the logic? Deion made his most prominent mark with the Cowboys. Campbell spent a significant part of his career with the Cowboys. And Dan Quinn is presently associated with the Cowboys as defensive coordinator. These rumors are more based on speculation than concrete facts.